Okay, I had to restart because uh, the screen. Hmm? No. Oh, that seems good to get in here. This will be my new time to do my StreamYard. I started a swing shift with next week on else. Came out here. It's a cold day. Uh, had a day with sun on my little generator started off the street. The third day was overcast, but a thin layer. The sun was able to light up the sky. So I'm charged. My viewer comment show up. Okay. Well, welcome in. This is awful quick. We usually don't get anybody in this quick. Um, who's in the chat? This will be my new uh, live stream time and date. Is on that. Uh, I started a brand new first shift and starts at 3 o'clock afternoon and goes to 11:30. Uh, I've been working for 1:30, so it's very difficult to get on with everybody else. If you're still here, please leave a like before you leave. Dang it! Where are you going? Well, yeah. Even in charge of the what? So, yeah, that's the problem. I unplugged something and I let the light with the power back up. I on before. Couldn't have been. I don't have to have. It's actually warmer. Really? Oh wow. Hi. No, no. Yeah, post the link in the chat. Want to come on screen on the panel? Please leave a like if you're not going to stay. Trying to get monetized here. No, please become a member. Stick around long enough before we start a conversation. Good night. I don't do that. Keep doing it. Oh, well, enough battery power. I have turned everything on. That, that helped. 2, 3, 4 lights on. There's now stuff. Hey, welcome into the stream. Please say hi. give us a thumbs up. Consider becoming a member. I'm trying. This channel is still growing, and uh, everybody's welcome. To keep it civil. We can talk about various topics. I'd be happy to pass on my prepping knowledge. Um, if you buy this is what we can talk about, I guess. If you buy the food storage, I recommend getting it from My Patriot Supply. I have a lot of experience with 4 Patriots and have not had much luck with the food patriots. And I find several items don't like, and they promise to uh, change to something better, and they have never followed through. Uh, and I see their commercials all the time for food, for batteries, for generators, all that crap. The, the batteries and the generators are garbage. The portable, you can fit in your pocket. I bought one from China. It was exactly the same. Left it out to charge, and it swelled up, almost double its size. Um, and it, well, for the good part, it still produces power. I mean, it still stores up power. Oh, now we got 2 people in the chat. We're growing now. I'm talking about 4 Patriots versus My Patriot Supply. Now, talking to a representative at 4 Patriots, they said they used to be part of My Patriot Supply. And for a very long time, they weren't saying anything about each other other than, well, 4 Patriots was giving little reviews of My Patriot Supply and saying that. But you look at all the commercials on YouTube, if you do prepping stuff, you're going to get commercials for 4 Patriots and for My Patriot Supply. Look at how 4 Patriots pushes their product. They have top-notch promotion of their product. Their product is substandard compared to My Patriot Supply. Most of my food storage is 4 Patriots, so I have experience with them. And I have a little experience with My Patriot Supply, and here's the difference. 4 Patriots, a lot of experience with them, not too happy with their product. And their power product, not very good. You look at their Patriot Power Generator. They make they make it sound like the best thing in the world. Look at all the reviews. I recommend reviewing any of their products or anybody else's product before you buy. I can give you a review of My Patriot Supply power product. I have the portable to fit in like a backpack, big enough pocket, put it inside. I have cargo pocket pants that I hate with heavy stuff. Their portable battery has a solar panel on it that will charge full sun 2 hours. My 4 Patriots, here's My Patriots. There's 4 Patriots. The 4 Patriots take 6 hours to charge. But My Patriot Supply got a bigger battery, bigger solar panel, only takes 2 hours full sun. That's my experience with the two. And 4 Patriots, they source their power product from China. My Patriot Supply does not. There might be some of their products that are, but the portable battery I bought for my cell phone or other device charging, small device, top. It's an American-made product. I highly recommend their product. including their food. Everything I've tried from my Patriot Supply has been excellent. Half the stuff, or 30% of the stuff home for Patriots, not very good. And wasn't until recently I found out that most of the products that both these companies sell are very high in starches. So for Patriots, they allow you to customize, but it's going to cost you. So they're penalizing people that are diabetic. Their drink products all have this. I can't touch. I would wish they would just have no sugar in any of their drink products and allow you to add your own sweeteners. I'll make that recommendation to next time I talk to them, and also to my Patriot Supply. But my Patriot Supply, their generator stuff is better. It's still not the best. I have a solar generator in the house. It's powering the shed right now. We're not getting the sun. So I got the house charging that, and that charging the shed. And right now, the shed hasn't gone down yet. I'm only running like as long as they don't power anything up like a starter, a heater. My heater is okay. So it's not running that. That is run on propane. Only propane. I thought about getting one of those healthy air fans. Set it in front of me, and it'll blow the heat around the room. Healthy air fan does not use any added power. It makes its own. It uses heat. We can talk about stoves. I have 3 biomass stoves. They operate differently, each one. I got one from my Patriot Supply. Man, good stove. It's got a variable speed fan. You can run it full on. Just plug it into USB, any USB power source. And my USB power source on that was the my Patriot Sports battery. It's a 20 amp hour battery. So it can't really power anything big. But it can operate that stove for several days. Unless you run it full on. Goes on all the time and runs down one day. So here's small for a scan strip. You can charge that up in the wall. Or I charge mine with the look. And it charges at about 20 amps. So no, 20 watts. I'm not sure how many amps it gets. I'm not exactly. I'll figure out what the voltage is on that. Wattage. Got those. I can calculate. It's I think it's voltage. It might be. Most modern phones use 9 volts. They charge at 9 volts for a while, and then they drop down to 5. Welcome to the chat. I'm just rambling on right now until somebody, starts this conversation. I was comparing 4 Patriots to my Patriots. My Patriots has ready hour stuff, and I've sampled some of it, and it's been excellent. Everything tastes great. But for so food from Poor Patriots, 30% don't taste good. And it's all high in starches. So if you're diabetic, it's really not good. Don't eat more than a serving, which means I'm going to be hungry all the time. Solar power battery. Oh, great! My competition just started up drink. That's okay. There's a lot of us out here. Uh, I like to do live streams about prepping, uh, gardening, or battery building, with all work for the prepping cause. And who hates to be without power? That's why I built batteries. I have a here, there, next to it now, right there. I got stuff in the way, but that's my power wall. It's 2.8 kilowatt, so it's not quite what my EcoFlow is. The EcoFlow is 3.6 kilowatt, but it does pretty good. And my solar panels, now that I changed the configuration on them, I'm getting 360 watts out of 400. So that's pretty good. And the way I set them up, I have two sets in parallel. So one gets the sun in the morning, and then both of them get the sun. In the afternoon, this one gets the sun. So depends on the position of the sun. I have two 12-volt panels in parallel series. Give me 24 volts, 200 watts. On the other side, I have a 200 watt, 24 volt. So what happens is the two 12 volts get the sun first. And as the sun goes west, it looks up on both of them. And then goes more west, and they only have it on one of them. So 2, 3, 1. And it does pretty good charge. Full sun, I get very close. I've had 370 watts out of 400. And going about 15 amps. Combined. The two 12 volts only do about 5 amps. But the 24 volt does 10. The 24 volt is a much better amp. It's got 9 BB. It's 9 bus bars going across the panel. So the panels operate cooler and more efficiently. They have the 9 bus bars versus 5 moving power. So they operate at 10 amps. Maximum 15. They never go close to the maximum. My strength. I plan on getting another one of those, the 24 volt 9 BB, so that I have. Yeah. Hello, James. How are you doing?
Hey man, I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking.
I'm glad somebody came on the stream. This is the
Yeah,
first.
yeah. I've been looking for prepper streams, just to, uh, just to know what's happening, in the world.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm trying to reach out to other preppers. Um, I'm fairly new on this StreamYard stuff and YouTube, so my channel's pretty small right now. I'm hoping people spread the word. But I did have my channel split up. I figured I'll just keep all together. This is my pallet screw unit. I built the shed out of pallets,
Yeah, that's pretty
and
cool.
it's still under construction. I'm putting in insulation right now. See this? I put
Yep.
this insulation in. I ran power and then I put insulation. Oh, dropped from the screen. Hit the back button. um, came out to do installation while I was doing a live stream. But ended up sitting down and I want to back up. You want to come back on? Just send another request. I'll take that. Who else is in here? James. Somebody else is here. I don't have my usual suspects in here yet. But anyway, on with what I was saying while you were still on the panel. What's that? Google? I got a Google icon up in the upper left, and then I have no idea what that is. That came on when you jumped into the backstage. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. I had 3 channels. One on batteries. No, I was actually going to start 3 channels. One on batteries, one on prepping, and one on gardening. And if you think about it, all 3 of those are needed for prepping. One thing, people love to have power. We are a power society. Without power, we break that. So I have a solar generator called the EcoFlow Pro. Actually, EcoFlow Delta Pro. It is a good starting point. You can power your whole house with that using the 2 spare batteries with actually 4 spare batteries, 2 EcoFlow. You can power your whole house. Everything in your house can be powered off of it. And you can pump it into your circuit panel, your circuit breaker panel, at 240 volts and have it split down the side like normal. You have to hook in a switch to take it off the grid and put it on to the EcoFlow. But it's a little spendy. I'm going a cheaper route, but it's taking longer. It's not as convenient. I'm building my own. I have a power wall, but I've been held up from adding on to it because the batteries are out of stock. So I may have to put another type of battery in there, run it parallel with that, so that the voltage and kilowatts are about the same. Will Prowse said, as long as you can have many different power sources. Recommend Will Prowse. He has his system with all the stuff that he's been testing on separate inputs going into his house. So he's completely off grid. And every time a new system comes out, he sets it up in parallel so that each one is independent. And from that, I rewired my solar array, kind of small, 3 panels, in parallel, the different panels, the type of panels in parallel. So one works independent, one branch of the parallel circuit works independently from the other. So the 2 lower quality panels, first one, hit the sun first. the sun hits them first. And then it hits the better one, and they both combine, and I get 360 watts out of 400, or up to 370, which is pretty good for 400 watts. And you can do the same thing with batteries. If you think about it, actually, you don't really have to think about it often. Batteries store power. Capacitors store power. Solar panels store power. But short. Solar panels have the shortest storage of power because they constantly transfer. Capacitors charge up really quick and discharge kind of slow. But batteries take a long time to charge and a long time to discharge. So you can use the different types of cells to charge, store, distribute. If you have a need for a high output, you put capacitors on your output. If you don't have a need for high output, you can put just batteries hooked to your output. The shed is run on DC. I also have an inverter. I have a 2,000 watt inverter. It is GoWise power. I recommend them. I've tried Yundle and GoWise, and they're about the same. Yundle got a better reputation, but if you can't afford the Yundle, then they would go. You can't go now with the or Yundle. I think the Yundle probably lasts better. Probably has more stability. GoWise, it's been working real well for him. I think he comes back. It's nice having James on here. Maybe trying to get probably came back a couple of with it. Trump Kansas rivalry is crazy as ever. I don't think Trump went around. DeSantis has already said that he would not run. And it seems like Trump saying stuff about DeSantis is actually going to get DeSantis to run. Why is he doing it? I don't understand. But, Trump's a smart man. He knows what he's doing. I don't quite know what he's doing, but he does. He knows what he's doing better than I do. I don't know if it's the right thing, but he's done pretty well for himself. Well, we talked about everything. Come and go. Back. Might have people on. What is that? I don't know. I got Google. Upper left corner. I didn't turn Google on. Anybody come in? Tell me what Google's doing? Are you guys monitoring me or something? Here, Google. Well, see, I have batteries, solar panels, uh, the shed, food storage, The reason I'm insulating the shed is so I can store my food, survival food. Shed. Uh, I don't want to move it until I have a door that I can lock. Uh, Grid goes down for some reason, short short term or long term. I don't want people getting confused. So what I want to do in the shed, insulate the walls, ceiling, and I can store the food in. Eventually, I want to place food. That way, uh, somebody breaks in here, food, they can't find it. It's up there. Well, let's see, it's case of so it's next. Oh, yeah, not a problem. It's got one connector on one end. The other end is going to the charge controller. Out here in the shed, I have a charge controller, inverter, and battery. I have the power coming from the charge controller into the battery, and then the inverter taps off of that. It's it's in a temporary position right now because I haven't finished it yet. Once I insulate the rest of the walls where I have power wall stuff, I'm going to pull that stuff off, disconnect everything, and redo it with insulation. Right now, it's affected by cold wind, which makes the batteries cold. Um, if it gets below freezing, I shut off the charge so that the batteries don't degrade. We've had a few nights of frost, and all I have to do to turn them off is unplug it from the eco. I learned all this battery and power wall stuff from Jehu Garcia. He has a YouTube channel. I recommend everybody check him out and tell him I sent. I want him to know where it came from. Who sent it to his channel? I want him. I didn't know anything when I discovered his channel, and he was working for a company called Easy West at the time. And what caught my eye is he talking about making his Volkswagen. Uh, Gosh, I forgot what he called it, but it's one of the vans. You can open the front windows and side windows over the top. Uh, Samba. He was electrifying his Samba, and when I started watching the channel, he already had batteries and motor. He had it set up, and he was monitoring everything with a tablet mounted on above the mirror. And I was fascinated. And we started doing live streams and getting into the live streams. He was teaching us how to build batteries, portable batteries, power walls. Telling us about new batteries, and you know, it was amazing stuff. So I learned a lot from him, and I learned how to make a portable power station. Um, One he built was slightly better than the Kodiak. Um, he called it better than Kodiak, but he didn't go into a lot of detail on a lot of the construction. So a lot of us missed what he's talking about and keep watching the video over and over. And the part two, uh, because people said, "Hey, you didn't do this and this and this." And he said, "Part two," he said, "I did." Yeah, just but he didn't go into it, so it was very hard for us to know. But you know, he he missed notices stuff sometimes. When we're watching his videos, we don't see what he's doing all the time. He's a customer. Uh, so he gets comments. He can miss something. So he so that he did do it. Uh, but I never finished the code that veteran Cody. I ended up building the Powerwall instead, and the I was going to get some more batteries, and they're out of stock. Um, you can buy them on Jag 35, but it goes to um, battery clearinghouse. Apparently, it's battery clearinghouse that has the battery, not him, and not on his website. He goes to them instead. But they've been out of stock for a while, and it still shows them on the site that it's just that it's out of stock. I think they're trying to get more. Battery Clearinghouse is actually a Canadian company, but they have a warehouse in Wisconsin, and their prices are excellent. I bought 280 watt hour uh, battery pack. I got to tell you about that. 280 watt hours, um, and they have 5 segments, and in each segment there's 12 batteries, and there's 3 BMSs. So there's 3 times 5, there's 15 BMSs. And every once in a while, twice, I've gone down below the 10 volts. It shuts off. Actually, the BMS is shut off at 10.5 volts. Actually, it's under 10.5. I've gone down as low as 10.5 volts on the Powerwall. No, parallel. Uh, they're 12 volts each, which is actually about 14 maximum. But when they charge up, they go to 14 volts, and then they progress to 13.6. But when it goes down to 10.4 or a little bit 10.4, it shuts off the discharge. So the battery stops putting out power. Not sure exactly if it'll accept power. I'll have to look into that. But I have a couple of lead acid 12 volt batteries, and I keep one of them on float charge. And anytime the power wall shuts down, I run the cables down and touch the lead acid battery, and it turns back on. So the BMS saves the battery. It's not good to go down to 10.5. That is the minimum voltage for the lithium iron phosphate, or LFP. Both terms work. They're very safe batteries. That's why I put them on my Powerwall. They won't catch fire unless the building starts burning down. They won't start the fire. They'll just join in. And it won't make the fire worse. They just burn like the structure burns. I have 10 of them, so I have 2.8 kilowatts, which is not a lot. I've been building it as I go. I have a circuit board about that long, about that wide, from Jehu, that has connections to put 60 pigtails on it, and you plug those into the battery. Actually, no, you put the pigtails on the battery pack, and then you put the plug on the circuit board. It's a what do you call it? Extension. You put all the battery packs on there. It doesn't have to be these. he sells other battery packs too. You can put whatever voltage you want on it. I have this running on 12-volt battery because it was cheaper to get a 12-volt inverter, and that's enough for my shed. If I want to power the house, I need much bigger. I need 48 volts if I do it for the house. But the shed, fine with only 12. I can run my table saw. It's a 2,000 watt inverter, 4,000 watt peak. So as long as my table saw doesn't take more than 4,000 watts to start up, it'll be fine. And it's not a high powered table saw. So it's Craftsman, just a small one I bought from a neighbor. And if I just got the 2x4s or other small boards, I have a battery powered saw. So I got plenty of power. And if turns out my table saw can't run off of it, I believe I tried it. But by chance it doesn't work on it, you know. But my goal is to go completely off grid. It's just taking a while. But I'm reducing my electrical footprint by adding more batteries. I did videos on teardown. Check out my past videos. I did videos on teardown of battery packs. I had 15 cell battery packs. They weren't, I think they were 16 volts. I plan on building those something else. Here's part of one. It takes 4 of these. These are LFP batteries. And these are called UFO batteries. They're LFPs with 3.3 amp hours. And as you can see right there, that one's 3.4 amp hours. So this is over 100%. This one, okay, about 99, 95% there. But this goes together with others. These are from Jag35, Jehu Garcia. He designed these by PCBWay, and they sent him a whole bunch of pallets. And these came populated. I have some for lithium cobalt batteries, which is the most common and more power dense than these guys. They are seven together, which makes 24 volts. So when I get those built, I can run a 24 volt system. I can also hook that up in here. In fact, if I hook up power to the house, I need to have that up. Reason being, it would be a home built system. And if you put it inside your house and you have a fire anywhere, it could be on the opposite side of the house, insurance won't pay because they find a power wall that was not certified. The way around that is to have it outside of your house. So if your house burns down, you still get your insurance. If the shed burns down, you just out of the power wall. And the insurance won't pay for that anyway. So, well, actually, my insurance will pay for outbuildings, but not if I have a power wall. And if this one burns down, that power wall I built, they won't pay. I'm trained in electronics. I have an associate's degree in it, but I do not have an electrician's license. Now, I can get me an electrician's license and get it, and commit my power. I have to get a lot better. I need longer pigtails on this battery. But when I finally get the shed insulated, I'll remount those batteries in something that will be fireproof and look much neater. The way that power strip is that you put one battery over here, power strip here, another battery over here. That's it. Power strip here. It has two plugs, two plugs, up to 10. There's 5 sets, so you can plug 10 batteries into each one, and you can daisy chain because you put plugs on both ends. Actually, one end you put a pigtail with an XT90, and the other end you put an XT90, so that you can plug them in. Now you could put XT90s on both ends and just make cables, special cables for it. That actually might be better. Use an XT90 both ends. It's got a line around it showing an XT90 on both ends, so you can use either end, and it will just extend your parallel battery. And right now, that system can handle 200 amps with 10 batteries. Each battery is 1 amp, and so you do the math. That's 200 amps. So that board can handle 200 amps each. Uh, that's another board. I don't know. That means from 200 amps or is it 4? It won't be in series. It'll still be in parallel. So I guess it's still 20 amps. Could test it. I need something DC is on 20. More than 20. But my priority right now is getting tested so that I can project. Where I'm sitting right now, I look over here. It's my back wall. I'm going to put my workbench. Right now, the workbench is on the sidewall. Facing forever. You just realize that I'm giving information to this. That's, I got a new cable that's Type C to Type C, and on one end it shows power. It's doing 6 watts, which is kind of slow. It's usually charged at 12 watts, but it could be the power source that I got it plugged into, or it could be the cable. I hope it's not the cable because it was charging faster. Now I think it's the power source, or I'm at 80%. From what I see, it's at 70%. But it could be that around 80%, so it's slow to charge now. This one is doing 16 watts. That's what they get. Back to the house one. School paper. Teachers work when they're off the clock. And the paper she's gone through is probably assessment papers for kids. She does more assessments, and that's based on what they're learning. So I guess that's the same thing as regular teachers. She had Head Start teachers. Bachelor's degree. Chinese balloon shot down. Yeah. What took so long? That's what I want. They first noticed that balloon over Montana. And I guess they decided they didn't want to shoot it down over land because it might hit somebody. If somebody out there in the water. They waited till the balloon left the continental United States, but was still in our water. I've been hearing stories that Trump had one of those too, but he shot it down. He had it shot down for one person, a liberal person on Twitter saying Trump had the same thing and he did it wrong too, blah blah blah. But everybody else is saying he shot it down before it made all the way across the country. But he and they had it when Trump had it shot down, he destroyed it. There was nothing to recover. So I guess Biden uh, trying to recover it. But how bad is our security over the United States in that airspace? If we can't see this thing coming. Now, I saw a report years ago. It was in Popular Mechanics or Popular basically the same magazine. Talked about different discovery. But they talked about a high altitude spy balloon that the United States had developed. Not the Chinese have. Somebody leaked it to the Chinese. Oh, I have an idea who might have leaked it. Swalwell. His girlfriend, his live-in girlfriend, was a Chinese spy. He was on the Intel committee. I don't know, but I'd be looking there. It may not be that, but there's many avenues to getting our secrets. That's the only one I know of. So YouTube, if you're going to take me down for that, I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm saying that's a possibility. Why do you think he hooked up with him? I think he was trying to get intel. It's, now that I'm slow. Oh, welcome into the chat. Please leave a thumbs up if you're going to leave. I need more thumbs up so that I can get monetized. And please subscribe and hit the bell icon. I try to go live on Saturdays because I'm not working swing shift and it's hard to do it during the week. So this is going to be my day and my time slot. If you want to join me every Saturday, that'd be great. And if you want to come up on the stream, you're more than welcome. Please don't make me take the video down. I'll have to start restricting people if people got to do something appropriate on their camera. All right? It's pretty open. You don't have to show your video, but if you open turn your camera on and you're not wearing anything, you're gone, you're reported, and the stream's going down. I'll restart. But okay. So all I ask is to be, don't be a jerk. And I will impart my knowledge on prepping, battery building, gardening, all that stuff is worth for prepping. And I will even talk about my pallet set. And I love people giving me information too. Uh, Something I can try, experiment I can do in the garden, whatever. Um, when I get monetized, or I think I'll get Cash App and people suggest something I can try out. I'll do a video on it, but I need money for some stuff. I can't do it. I'm not going to do it out of my pocket. Boy, if I'm doing it for myself, I will tell everybody. I don't need any money for that. I'm, but for stuff that I can't afford to do, I'll keep. So somebody can help me set up a Cash App. Well, it's 6 o'clock Pacific time. Let's stay on. My regular comment. Come on, don't talk. Sit for a little bit and then move. I'm trying to grow this channel, so I need people to stick around. My content will improve, but I need people to stick around. You know, we can also talk about Trump winning. Mm. Hi, Tiago. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll try to speak up. Can you hear me okay now? Would you like to come up on the panel? Are you interested in prepping or something else? I'm in the Pacific Northwest, Portland, Oregon, home of Antifa. Oh, good. I'm trying to link with all the other preppers too. So every time one of them pops up on my screen that goes live or posts a video, I will tell you if I can. Um, like I also tell you about the ones that I know and the information they give. The biggest one is not really a prepper. He's more like I guess you call a power prepper. He's prepped for when the grid goes down and there's no power. He builds batteries. That's his thing. Jehu Garcia. Check him out, and you can learn how to build batteries yourself. Um, Even though I know how to build batteries, I bought a power generator, um, solar generator. Um, you can run your whole house on this system. It's called EcoFlow. You buy two of them and four spare batteries, and you can run your whole house on it. Bird flu that jumped from mammal to mammal. Wait, they're jumping to mammals now? I've never heard that. I've heard only the birds, primarily chickens. Actually, uh, it's affecting farmers that raise uh, chickens, ducks, and turkeys. Uh, I don't know if I can see the link because you can put the link on there, but I'll have to type it out because I can't save it on my phone unless you're a mod, and I don't know you that well. Not yet. If you're on panel, you can put it in the private chat, and I can post the link. There's the link for the panel. You come on, you can put them in private chat. You don't have to be a mod. USA Today, first version, you might find. Not to mention USA Today. I was in a military unit at Fort Lewis that got on USA Today. Headline: Army shoots up sheep herder's trailer. It was awesome. They thought they were shooting the dumpster target. I said, "Whoa, there's an extra one. We should check it out." But they thought it was an extra target, so they were doing figure eights on it. And uh, they they kept drifting, so they were doing figure eights, but they were going towards the propane tank. And they hit the propane tank. Boom! Dead sheep everywhere. That was my unit. It was Cobra. Yeah, they made up a shirt. I've got it somewhere in storage. They learned something. They got an extra target. They could check it out first. They didn't see the sheep until the trailer blew up. They say, target's not supposed to blow up, is it? Oh, cool. I have an associate's degree in computers and electronics engineering, but I'm working at a company that makes wheel hubs. You're probably a computer guy, right? I'm more a hardware of the computer guy. I mean, that came out. I'm more the guy that does the hardware of the computer. I can troubleshoot, install, uninstall. And when I took the course, they showed lots of jobs out there paid six figures. I'm like, okay, great, that's for me. Yeah, well, a lot of people could be very valuable, but if there's no internet, why do you need a computer? Um, I've since expanded my knowledge to batteries. So um, I've learned almost all I can on the batteries. Now I've moved to solar. You know, I had somebody explain to me once that the radio, yes, I was radio in the Air Force. I jumped from the Army to the Air Force. And I worked on radio, ground radio, which is the HF. So I've been seeing a lot of videos on commercials on YouTube for ham radio prep, and I got it saved on my phone. So when I'm not so busy, I'm going to check into it, get my ham license. Because grid goes down, all these people around, no internet. I'll still be on. You can do internet over ham radio. Plus, the satellites will still be up, and they sell satellite panels that you can pick up, and you don't have to be pointing directly at the satellite, just in the general direction, and you get all kinds of fast, high-speed internet. You just may have to hack into the system. Yes, it would be like a LAN. In the Air Force, I moved over from ground radio, basically that HF, and went over to wideband, which is microwave, and satellite. We did microwave and satellite. The microwave shot off the troposphere using a klystron. Now, you make contact with that klystron with your skin, you're dead. You're smoking. That thing will kill you fast. It's more deadly than a lightning bolt. It puts out a lot of power. But I think it's like 50,000 volts. But, probably about 200 amps. But it has to have enough power to reach the satellite for the troposphere. Yes, you do need access to a satellite. That's why I think you might have to hack. I don't think they're open. I don't know if you can get this satellite system. I know we had it in the military, the Air Force, and it's 4 flat panels about a foot wide, a foot square, connected together, locked, and you wire them together so they make one array. And there's no, how you see satellites, you have the dish, then pick up. These don't have that. It just picks up off of the front of the panel and goes down coax. With BNC connector. And all you have to do is point it in the general direction of a government satellite. And we always had a list of where the satellites were. Pretty much all we had to do was point south. Oh yeah, I've got stories. I'm 59 and I've been retired since 2009 from the military, but I still have to work because I finished off in the National Guard and I don't get my retirement until next year. Actually, the end of this year. So November 16th, I'll be eligible for my retirement. Finally, I hope I live long enough to enjoy it. And the system don't go down. Oh yeah, we went up to Mount Hood, Oregon one time at the ski lodge, set up in the parking lot in the summer, and they still had 6-foot snowbank. May, I think, and we set up a relay. Our base in Portland sent a signal out to our relay, and they were talking to Afghanistan. But even though I was in wideband SATCOM, we had HF radios as an engineering net because the HF radios always work. We had some on backup. One of them smoked, but they never did smoke. One smoked in shop. Guy, it was last day, and he went to operate the radio. He keyed the mic, and smoke came out. Or popping down, smoke. He's right. Balloons flying all over the U.S. Things are kind of crazy. Really feels like we don't have much more normal time. Okay, these balloons aren't a new thing. I'm a bit of a history buff too, so I went to the Oregon coast. Um, my unit was out there, um, and I went to a place called Fort Stevens. Fort Stevens is the only place in the United States that was attacked by the Japanese from a submarine. They never hit the fort. Their guns wouldn't shoot high enough. And Fort Stevens never fired on the submarine. The reason they never fired on the submarine is because that captain will go back to Japan in shame. He'd had to commit harikiri. So we didn't fire back. We could have sunk it. We want to let the Japanese do it. Well, anyway, while I was there touring the fort, I found out that the Japanese dropped bombs all over the United States. How, you ask? They never flew a plane over. They used balloons. We still, to this day, keep finding munitions. Ooh, J. Hu Garcia just went live. Oh my God, dilithium? What the hell is that? I gotta check out that video. Anyway, back to this. We still find munitions from the Japanese munitions across the country that didn't go off. So balloons are not a new thing to be flying over the United States from foreign powers. I was back in the 40s, 44, I think, 44 to 45. And I was reading in, I think, Popular Science. They had an article on high altitude spy balloons developed by the United States. This was back in the last century. So this is not a new thing. This thing looks very high tech. I saw a close up of it. It looks like a satellite hanging from a balloon. But I recommend learn about batteries. Check out Jehu Garcia. It just went live. I plan on going over there. In fact, live right now. Okay, I think I'm going to end this at I'll probably get on tomorrow night too, about the same time. I don't know where you are, but it is 6, 18, 17 hours here. Wait, it's 6 17 p.m. I'm on the Pacific coast of the United States. I don't. Where are you at? You don't have to give me your general where you're at. Go on. Are you still here? Oh, my name's Kevin. I'm not one of those guys that goes ballistic on people. I don't know why they're using my name. I don't like it. I don't like it when they use Karen either, because there's women that actually have that name. They should say lunatic. And like AOC, lunatic. I was watching the vote before the vote on removing those 3 people from the committee. It was hilarious. Oh, I saw Rashida Tlaib going, oh, she's crying. I'm like drinking my cup of liberal tears. I am a Trump fan. Don't hate me for it. Well, thanks for popping in. You're not the only one to pop in. Somebody else came in and went live for a little bit, but then I guess he hit the back button and never came back. His name was James. I don't know why he didn't come back. I put the link out there for him. Yeah, well, there's a prophet, modern day prophet. He died before Trump was elected, before Trump even ran for president. He said Trump would win 2 terms and he would be impeached twice in his first term, and it would be Trump. So he knew Trump would run long before Trump ever said he would. But he also predicted that Trump would serve 2 terms. So if Trump doesn't win, then I guess he's finally wrong. But he's been right up until now. Oh, I wish I could think of his name. But he died before Trump decided to run. I think he died in 2014. Trump announced, was it late 2015 or early 2016? So how did he know? Anyway, I'm going to end the stream right now. Thanks for joining me. Um, check out some of my other videos. I have lots of prepping videos. Yeah, God still talks to us. I'll see you later. I'll try to get on tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'll be able to, but thanks for joining me. I'm ending right now. Check out Jehu Garcia. You'll like it too. I hope he's doing something fun.